Good morning, everybody. Painblade back here again from Server 1, representing IC and Tribes Lab. Today, guys, we're going to be covering another showcase. I'm going through the characters slowly, and I think we're actually past the halfway mark now. I think we're actually almost at like the 60% mark, and I'm hopefully going to be able to finish everybody eventually. So you guys have a complete guide for all the roster that's out there, and then we'll continually add more and more as I pull. But today, I want to focus on an OG unit that was out from day one, and it's actually an SR this time, and we're going to be focusing on Haku. Now, the reason why I want to focus on Haku today is because I've actually been doing a little bit of upgrading on him just due to the FG event that's been out. As you guys are aware, Pain and Konan are both T units, and Haku is a fantastic T nuker. So let's get into Haku and see why I'm trying to build him up and why you guys should be doing the same for future events if you guys are ever going to be facing any events with T units. So let's go through the usual. Let's go through the artwork. Now, I'm not a personal fan of Haku. I don't know if it's a he, a she, a shim. I'm going to call him a shim for now. But you know, the artwork I think was better on the 3 star. The 5 star I'm not a big fan of. I've actually never been a big fan of Haku in the first place, but a lot of people are. So I mean, let's look at the artwork. I mean, very emotionless. Like it's kind of what Haku has is known for, right? The colors are actually fantastic. I do like that. I like the glacier look because obviously he's all about ice, and his special has always been those mirrors where he just goes between them and stuff. So the color represents what his limit move is. Sorry. Um, let's look at the stats. Now he is an A unit, and I have to say his stats are actually phenomenal. At 7 stars as a nuke, he has insane critical damage increase rate at 28%, which is super high actually for any unit. For critical damage increase rate. His critical rate itself is actually not bad either, 36.81%. Now, defensively, though, he lacks quite a bit. Like he has very small guard rate. He has almost no guard suppression rate, which is kind of crappy for an A unit because you want to hit through those guard units, and that's what suppression rate's for. And then his guard damage rate reduction rate is kind of small as well. So he does require a little bit of defensive backup through buffs. So, but as an A unit, as a nuke, he's phenomenal. So, definitely really good stats across the board for an A unit for damage, right? Now let's take a look at his link bonuses. Now, of course, Zabuza and Kabuto make sense. Well, Kabuto I don't understand. Zabuza, obviously, you get. If you guys don't have Zabuza, obviously, guys, you guys can get him from the Shinobi Exchange Shop using your 500 coins. And that's not the same thing as Shino coins. Remember that, okay? So the next thing you need is Naruto SR and Sakura SR. Pretty straightforward, easy to get. And then, of course, the last one you need is Kakashi and Hiruzen. Now, all of these can all be purchased from the Shinobi Exchange Shop. Now, if you're a brand new player, I believe they give you 1,500. So if you are someone that wants to use Haku and are a fan of him, you can get a lot of these units from that alone, and most of them are farmable anyways, except for Kakashi, which you can of course get from the Shinobi Exchange. He's one of the only 2 URs that are available there at 1 star. So go ahead and pick that up, guys. Now, in terms of his stats, his attack power is not bad. Like mine's only at 42k in terms of power, but his attack's actually decent at that level. He's at 38,000. His defense is, as you can see, is almost nil. Like there's no defense, and his HP is lacking as well too. He is actually a very speedy unit though, so if you are looking to speed up your team at base level, he's actually a really good unit for that. Now he only has one tribe. He has it with Zabuza, of course, and of course getting Zabuza up is a little bit of work because you need to use either SR fragments or the I believe it's the NWT tokens, which are used either to level up tribes or used to get more Gamma power coins, and that's what I would personally be doing. But if you like Zabuza, and a lot of people do, you can use them to get that up. But it is a single target, boost damage increase rate by only 16%, and damage rate only by 16%. So to me, it's a useless tribe, as most of them are nowadays. But let's hope the new tribes upgrade actually does buff these up quite a bit. All right, let's get into his actual skill set. Now I did mention earlier when I talked about him that he is the one of the best T nukers in the game. Okay, so now A types already have an advantage against T units, but Haku does 2 things. He does buffing A units attack power, which is fantastic for 2 turns, and he also nukes T's really well. So let's take a look at his 1,000 Needles of Death. Now, the first thing he does is he does a ton of damage. He does plus 151%, which is huge for a nuke, and it's a single target nuke. He deals 28.65% extra damage to if he's attacking first, and he deals 22.92% extra damage to one enemy when there are more undefeated allies than enemies. So he's already going to be doing more damage in most events because you are already you already have more usually units than the opponent. Unless you're doing Abyss, then you're usually tied. But for things like FG is fantastic because again, you've got you've got 9 units. There's always two at the end, so fantastic move to have. And extra damage when attacking first. I believe that's also based on his positioning. Also, if you're faster than the opponent. Please try not to resent me. So this one actually is really important. Now this is one you want to actually max out, especially if you're using a lot of A units. This deals damage, but also boosts attack by 21.65% for all attack units. Now remember, this also stacks with other attack buffs, so it's extremely important that you do max out his third vitality skill in order to maximize this. But this is one of the most important things to have up for sure. And then lastly, special person. He lowers defense by 40.95% for all tactical shinobis for the rest of the battle. So just having him available, even if he's dead on your roster or on your team, he's going to provide you that. He also, with his LB2, Limit Break 2, lowers damage reduction rate by 12.19% for all tactical shinobis. So he's not only is he taking away the defense, which is the base stat, but he's also taking away the multiplier, right? Which means you're going to hit even harder based on those two things. So he is fantastic, especially for the current event, and that's actually what we're going to look at today. Now, as Limit Break 2, I just showed it to you. We're not going to go through that. Of course, the damage increase rate is kind of low right now. So you know what? For the event purposes, let's get this up a little bit. Let's do that together. And let's get this one up. Now, the reason why you want to get attack up, right, guys, is if you don't have attack, then you're kind of defeating the purpose of damage increase rate. I just want to explain how that works real quick. Attack or damage increase rate is a multiplier of attack. So if you don't have attack and you're multiplying low damage, you're going to get low damage. So you need to raise your attack first in order to take advantage of the multiplier, which is damage increase rate. So make sure you balance those out a little bit. All right. So gear wise, I've got him at 65 for weapon, 50, 40, and 40. I only need the weapon up because survivability for him isn't an issue with the FG event. That's what I'm using him for, and that's what we're going to look at today. Let's go on talismans. Now this is where I'm kind of lacking. I've only got 25 and 20. As you can see here, I could boost him up a little bit, but you know what? I'm trying to get Killer B up for now, just to use him a little more often in events. And then vitalities, I've got him at 15. Now you need to get that up a little bit because you want him to be able to do his chakra on the second turn. 15 is the limit, I noticed, in order to get him to do it, and also it provides 15 and 5 for his limit break too. So definitely focus on his chakra 1. If you're going to use him in PvP, you want to get chakra. You essentially want to max out all of his chakras if you're actually going to main him, because he requires all of them in order to be useful. All right. So instead of PvP, guys, what I decided to do today is I'm going to go ahead and do my FG events with you. As you see here, I've got a B ranking so far. That's the highest I could go. I can go to A. I think the highest I did so far is 66%. And I'm using actually team 3 here to do the team 3 here. And as you can see, Haku is in the actual section there. So we're gonna actually swap him up for a sec here. We're gonna put him here. And let's just see how we do. Like, I've actually been ranging between 57 to about 65% based on a perfect run. So I'm not gonna reset here. I would reset normally to get better score, but right now we're gonna actually just go ahead and do all 3 turns that I have left, or 4 turns, and just see how it does. Okay. So as you can see here, the first thing is Haku gave them defense down and damage increase rate down, and you can see it right up here. I'm pointing at Konan's. So we're gonna go ahead and attack Konan first, and let's see how it looks. Some pretty good hits. He hit the 20k hit there with damage, so that's not bad for a crit for Haku. The other ones did not crit, and that's usually where I'd reset. You actually want everyone to crit there, and this is also another reset. You want Boruto and Naruto to have their skills up, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and bypass this. Now, I did actually remove the special animation skills to make it go a bit faster, so you may not see those. Oh no, never mind. I have them on for this. It's my phone that I have it off for. This is actually one of the cooler looking animations for sure for Konan. All right, now I have Tsunade here, obviously to boost chakra for Itachi and Hebi. So let's just see how this goes. See how much damage we pull off. Now there is an animation issue with Haku. Unfortunately, in order to see his damage and his jutsu, you actually need to put the speed settings to ×2, which is silly as heck. But you know what? We're gonna do that just so we can see his animation. We're gonna go ahead and attack. So we're gonna attack Pain because we don't want him to do his special, because it'll increase their damage increase rate and pretty much nullify Haku's. So let's see what he does here for damage, guys. I love this animation for sure, though. 54k crit. Not bad, not bad. I mean, I could do more if I just give him more in scrolls and stuff, but that's okay. And let's see what we get here at a B. Hopefully crits. 37k only. See, if he doesn't crit, he's really useless. Yeah, this is gonna be a 57%ish type fight here. Maybe 50% even. Who knows? I might need to not even get 57%. But I just want to show you. So see, Haku does really good damage against T units. Like he did way more than B, and B's actually like, I think he has like 7,000 more power on my team, plus way more attack. It's just the fact that Haku's just a way better T nuker, right? Um, yeah, no one's critting. This has been a really bad run. Yeah, that's a bad run. So normally, guys, I would have almost killed Konan, and Pain would be, yeah, see 53%. That's considered a bad run for me. So you know what? We've seen some of the damage. So as you can see, Haku does pretty well. Now let's just go through a scenario where he doesn't buff the A's, right? Let's just see if we get that in the next run. So if he doesn't buff the A units, I'm actually doing 20% less damage, and I've noticed that it's quite drastic on some of the units. You can tell like B almost hits for nothing. Like even Kakashi's specials go to about from 1 million to about 800k. So okay, so he did buff it there. So let's see what we get again. Maybe we get a better run this time. Let's see Haku's first attack. 13. See that, and that was only 13k crit. So you see the variance there, right? Like the first crit I did was 20k. It's just roll of the dice, right? In every RPG game, there's always a roll of the dice, and what that essentially means is there's a maximum and a minimum you can hit based on a person's stats. So his minimum is probably 13k with crit. His maximum is probably what you just saw there, which was 20k. So it's so based on RNG and luck, guys. Actually, we're gonna try to see if we can stun Pain here, so he can't pull off his special on the next round. Let's see if we can pull off some nice crits. There's a 68k. The stun. No stun. Okay, so no stun there. We're going to go ahead and try to stun him again this time. Now, I'm going to show you the bug here that I was talking about. If you actually keep it on anything past times 2.5, you actually won't see Haku's damage. Watch this. It's a weird bug, and I really hope they fix it because it's annoying having to just not be able to see the damage come up. Let's see if it... Oh, yeah, okay, no, that's actually showed. Maybe they fixed it. They were supposed to be doing some sort of a fix anyways. All right, so you actually don't mind Konan. So you saw there, Haku did 600k this time versus the 580k last time. So again, it's all based on RNG, right? Let's see if we can maybe get Pain down to a little lower, what percentage we'll get. And this is the last attempt I'll do with you guys, and then I'll go ahead and continue doing my other ones myself. But as you can see here, Haku's done really well. Like, and he's given everybody a boost. Like right now, and the boost is only for 2 turns, guys. So keep that in mind. So that wasn't a bad actually run. That was a pretty good run. Um, the boost is only for 2 turns. So based on positioning, depends where you want him, right? So if you want to take advantage of him doing more damage for more rounds, you can put him in Spirit. But the problem is then when you do your co-op, he's part of that co-op, and you're going to be losing out on damage from Naruto or Boruto or your heavier hitters. So I like to put him in Force. So he gives the next two people the attack up, and then when it's his turn, he does his jutsu anyways, right? So I mean, you don't need to do it again. So that's my opinion. To keep him in Force in terms of this event. But there you go, 64.36%. That's a decent run. I've had 65 to 66. I think is my high so far. But yeah, guys. So for Haku, phenomenal user for A units. If you are looking for someone to boost your attack for the rest of the battle, or not the rest of the battle, sorry, for your A units for 2 turns, he's great. He's also great with someone like Hadan, who also boosts damage reduction rate for A units, or I, who does the same thing. So pair him up with people like that, and you should see some pretty good success, even in PvP, not just PvE purposes. Anyways, guys, I hope you like the change of pace. I just wanted to make it a little different than the usual arena fights, and show you guys what he's capable of in PvE. If you guys do enjoy the PvE aspect of it, let me know, and I'll continue doing some more PvE videos versus PvP instead, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, it's been fun. We'll talk soon. Pain here, and have a great Tuesday. Take care.